Dave, distracting is what you are supposed to do.
The whole idea is to distract
everyone,
and this is my frustration. Now all of a sudden you're making it seem like being a fan and acting like a fan is a bad thing. Like there's something wrong with it. Like cheering or distracting or waving, on a free throw is a bad thing. It's just not. And if you're trying to tell me that it is, I'm just not buying it. That you're hurting these guys' feelings. No, listen, I was an athlete. I played in high school. I was, again, you referenced it. I played at Davis High School my sophomore year. Then I played at Layton my junior and senior years.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget my junior year. I check into the basketball game, and the entire place. Now it may have been 50 people, but it felt like the entire place started chanting "Traitor, traitor,"
and then you started crying.
And then I did. I curled up into a ball and I started crying. They had to carry me off the court. No, man, I got so emotionally charged. And I mean, I didn't like it. It hurt my feelings a little bit. Those were my friends. They were chanting that. I thought we were boys, and they're chanting that. But at the same time, it was one of those things that I fed off of. I still remember those feelings. And what was my reaction? I wanted to get after those guys. I wanted to get the ball. I wanted to throw one down. And I loved it. And it was a great part of my high school experience.
I think when I was
having the fans get after me like that. That was a good thing.
Here's what you do. You throw out people who are profane. Throw them out.
Absolutely.
You don't throw out fans for being loud, trying to distract guys missing free throws. You don't throw out, and when I say fans, I mean the students.
Yeah.
When adults are getting involved in the game to the point that the kids are, even if they're not throwing out profanities, but they're trying to distract, they're trying to get in the heads of these high school kids, then they're out. Let me give you an example. When I realized...
Is this a personal Alex Curie? Because the thing that a lot of listeners may not know, Alex Curie is one of the great trash talkers in the history of the world.
Well, and here's the thing is that that's a little bit much, but I took a lot of pride in high school being I taunted during basketball games. I creatively got in guys' heads. And we took a lot of pride in not, because we'd get kicked out if we were swearing.
Yeah.
We took a lot of pride in getting these guys' head in weird ways, right? One of the classic
Creative
ways.
Right.
And one of the things that I did, and this is when I realized that I needed to change as an adult, was I went to a basketball game. I was dating my then, she's now my wife. I was dating her, though, at this point. And we go to watch her brother play a basketball game, a JV game against Lone Peak. All right? And we're at the Lone Peak gym. I come down from work, and I'm watching the game. I don't know anybody on this team from Adam. I have nothing involved in this team except for when I go and watch a basketball game, the only thing I know is how to distract and taunt. Even JV guys where no one's in the stands. And Spanish Fork is leading with by a point with 9 seconds left. Lone Peak draws up a play. It's one of those 60-second full timeouts. They drop this long play. Referee, blows them into the game and goes, okay, let's get going, you guys. Blows the whistle, inbound. I immediately do the short count, which is there are 9 seconds left. I start going 4, 3. I'm the loudest guy in the gym, obviously.
Because it's a church right now. Nobody's talking.
And this kid, this poor Lone Peak kid, launches it from half court, and it goes over the backboard. And the whistle blows, and there's still 4.5 seconds left on the clock. And I'm all, up top, you guys start looking around. We did it. I short counted him. You can thank me later. No one in the stands is impressed. The two coaches, I'm saying the coaches from Spanish Fork and from Lone Peak, are looking at me in the crowd like, why would you do something like that, man? These kids are trying to play basketball. And I had a moment where I went, I need to grow up. And I need to grow up. And that was the moment, Dave.
I could see it.
I had to have that moment when it came to road rage, where I was like, I'm not an 18-year-old anymore. I'm not going to try to teach people lessons. I'm not going to ride on this guy's tail. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to respond to people tailgating me. I had to grow up.